guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Basketball ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which is the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2018 season. So, last week, because I'm away on holiday for these 2 weeks, I didn't want to leave any content down on the channel. I'm pre-recording some episodes, so we've got some content while I'm away, and we're going to play a couple more fun teams. So last week we played Mega Mobile, which was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about that team. And this week we are going to play a bit of a throwback to the early part of the season, but we're going to play Mega Charizard-Y. But we've got that Sylveon in there because I just love that combination with Sylveon. Kind of covers a lot of stuff that Charizard maybe struggles against, and Charizard covers a lot of things that Sylveon struggles against. So we'll see how we get on with this combination. We're going to have a Tailwind kind of mod in the team with the Charizard and support the rest of the members of the team. We've got that nice combination of Tapu Koko Kartana as well, just for that offensive mod. We've got Cresselia as well as a supporting mon to offer us a Trick Room support, Icy Wind support if we need it, and Scarfed Landorus to kind of round things off. So let's see how we get on. I feel like Charizard-Y is like good at the moment, so we should hopefully have a little bit of success. Right, so we will hop on to the ladder and see who we can kind of come up against. What music we're going to go with. Let's kick off with Necrozma version 2, wherever it is. There we go, because I know it's a channel favourite, because we haven't played it enough, have we? But it's been a little while since we have played it, so it's fine. We've got our first opponent of the day, Japanese player rated 1704, and playing a team of Mega Kangaskhan, which I presume will be the Mega. Zapdos, Landorus, Therian, Heatran, Tapu Fini, and Mimikyu. So okay, so outside of the Mimikyu, the team's pretty standard. We've got the Zapdos Landorus combination, you know, the Intimidate support there for the entirety of the team from the Landorus. It's probably going to be Scarfed as well, maybe Assault Vest, maybe has access to Knockoff, something we'll have to consider. Zapdos is going to be the Tailwind setter. It's going to be a bit threatening against Charizard in particular. The Heatran, they're obviously not so great for our Charizard either with that Flash Fire ability, but Landorus doing a good job here. We have to be careful with Landorus if we do bring it, because of that Kangaskhan. It could have access to Ice Punch, and the Tapu Fini is going to be able to hit for good damage. Right, I think Sylveon could be good here. I also think Kartana could be good as well. Kartana could definitely be good here. We just got to be careful to kind of get around the I'm going to lead off Cresselia. Do I bring... this is difficult. I want to bring 6 Pokemon, and I can only bring so many. We've got 2 mods we can go with. We have to forego the Sylveon now if we go with one of the mods, because I want to bring Tapu Koko as well, I think. Yeah, we leave Sylveon at home for this one, unfortunately. We'll lead off with Koko. And we'll have Landorus Char in the back. Koko going to be really good for us in this match, I feel. I kind of need to refresh myself with some of the sets on this team, because I literally put it together, put it in the battle box, and I haven't played it for a little while. We do see Zapdos Landorus come out for my opponent. And we'll lead off with that Kartana and that Koko. See if this Landorus is Scarfed. It's not. It's probably Assault Vest then. Can expect the Tailwind probably from the Zapdos. It could be Grandium Landorus as well. Okay. So we can bring in our own Landorus here. And I could taunt the Zapdos. It's just Koko will take... it's just awkward. I want to stop the Tailwind, which you kind of expect my opponent is going to go for. It's just if we take an Earthquake at the same time, it's not going to be ideal. We'll go for the taunt. Like an Intimidated Earthquake we'll take. But if it's a Tech Rage, game over. But not so much game over, because we get the taunt onto the Zapdos potentially as well. We get the Intimidate onto the Poison Landorus, which is more important. We get the Taunt into that Zapdos to stop any potential Tailwind coming out. And we'll see what this Landorus goes for. Superpower. Superpower into our Landorus, but we take that with open arms. It's like a warm hug. And a Thunderbolt as well, doubling into that slot. So we made the best adjustment there from our Kartana. Now we can Rock Slide, and we can go for a Gigavolt Havoc into the Zapdos, knowing that it can't protect. We can chip it with the Rock Slide. We know we're going to be able to take an Earthquake from this opposing Landorus, and the Gigavolt is going to be more than enough to take down the Zapdos from this range, and we get rid of a big threat. From my opponent's side of the field, it means that at least Charizard has got one less thing to worry about when it comes in. And you know, repping Flinch, part of the Flinch squad, we might even get lucky with a cheeky Rock Slide Flinch on that opposing Landorus, which would help out Tapu Koko massively. Landorus is -2 now, so it's still not going to be hitting as hard. But we've also got to be worried about, you know, the Tectonic Ridge could still be an option there. But we get the Flinch! We've got the Flinch power! Okay, that's a bit unfortunate for my opponent, but let's see, Kangaskhan coming in now. Alright. Alrighty then. I think what we'll do is, well, we're locked into Rock Slide. We want to get Landorus out of here. Do I bring in Kartana? Yeah, let's bring in Kart, and let's just protect Koko here from the potential fake out from this Kangaskhan. And my opponent forfeits. That flinch was pretty big, to be honest, and my opponent could have been going for the Tech Rage, so a bit unfortunate, but an early forfeit from my opponent, not wanting to continue. We really had the rub of the green from there, though. Like, it would have been easy for us to kind of close the game out. We just need to cycle Intimidate a bit, protect our Landorus, depending on what was in the back. It could have been the Finny or the Heatran. You'd imagine it probably being the Heatran, though. And from that point, it's going to be quite easy for us to kind of wrap things up, especially with having Kartana and a lot of stuff that's faster than my opponent's side of the field, especially without any speed control as well. We'll be able to kind of cut through that team pretty easily. So we'll jump into our next game, guys, I guess. Here we go. Hopefully we can finish a game in today's episode. But it's pretty early days, isn't it? So we're only 7 minutes in, which is alright. So we'll probably get a couple of games in today. A couple more games, so maybe 3 altogether, which would be good. A good start to this week for us. Yeah. So let's see. But I do love Sylveon. I hope we can get to feature it quite a bit this week, because I know we didn't bring it to that last match, but I feel like Sylveon, if we can get it in a Tailwind, we're running the set on it is Hyper Voice, Shadow Ball, Helping Hand, Protect, and it's holding a Life Orb. So I've got Helping Hand and Cresselia as well. So there's situations where we can maybe get ourselves into, especially against Mega Metagross, which we're coming up against now, where if we can get into a Trick Room situation, Helping Hand, Life Orb, Shadow Ball from Sylveon does one-hit KO Metagross, which is really nice. So we've got our next opponent, and they're playing a team of Zapdos, Metagross, Rhyperior, Cresselia, Incineroar, and Landorus. So double ground types on this team. Maybe one has the Lightning Rod. I don't know if it fits too well into this team, so it could be solid Rock Rhyperior. We've got the Intimidate support and Fake Out support from the Incineroar. Zapdos is going to just do Zapdos things like Tailwind support, Speed Control, as well as the Cresselia, really, probably with the Trick Room for that Rhyperior more than anything. Metagross is going to be the Mega on the team, so what do we want to do? Kartana here is going to be super good for us. Maybe our own Cresselia as well, although the Incineroar is a bit of an issue. I think I might lead Landorus Kartana. I definitely want to bring Cresselia, I think, to this game. And I think, do I want to bring Sylveon? Sylveon, yeah. Let's bring Sylveon. Let's leave Charizard at home this one. But we're kind of relying on my opponent, if he does bring the Metagross, which you kind of expect him to get ourselves into a situation where we can Shadow Ball that Metagross. We might be able to get that Calc showcased in this game. So we'll lead off Kartana Landorus. I'd imagine we'll see Incineroar come out here for my opponent. No. Cresselia Landorus. Alright. Alright. That's fine. So, we are faster than the opposing Landorus, which is nice. Always good. Opposing Landorus going to get the Intimidate off onto both of our targets. I think what I'm going to do is just pivot out onto the Cresselia with a U-turn, and I'm going to switch out Kartana into Cresselia. And then I'm going to bring Sylveon in on that Landorus slot. So we'll get Cress in for Kartana. So likely we see a Trick Room or an Icy Wind here from that opposing Cresselia. We get a little bit of chip damage onto that Cress, which is always helpful. Like I say, I'm going to bring in Sylveon here. Now what do we see? Opposing Landorus just goes for a U-turn into our Cresselia as well, returning the favour. And I wonder if we'll see the Rhyperior come in now. And a Trick Room setup. Could be the Metagross though. Totally could be the Metagross. Oh, it's a Zapdos. Haha. Okay. I wonder if the Rhyperior is just not in the team. An Icy Wind. Icy. Alright. Right, I'm just going to go Hyper Voice. We see leftovers on the Cresselia as its item of choice. I'm just going to go Hyper Voice, and I'm going to go Tricky Room. Because that Icy Wind's kind of helping us out in the Trick Room department. Whether we see the Zapdos switch out for maybe Rhyperior if my opponent has brought it here. But then if they have, they haven't got Metagross, so... And you would think they'd want to bring... Maybe not want to bring Metagross though, because of Char-Y, it's not the best matchup. But we're not too threatened with Sylveon here, unless the Zapdos has a Z-move. We might see a Helping Hand combination with that. That wouldn't be ideal, but... Toxic! Into the Crest, but we do avoid, and another Icy Wind. Crest just being a ninja here. Another Icy Wind, which we do not mind seeing at all. And we're going to get a Hyper Voice off. Do really good damage to both targets. Ooh, I wonder if a Helping Hand Hyper Voice takes that Zapdos down. But we do turn the dimensions all the way around. Okay, so... let's go Hyper Voice again with Sylveon, and let's go for that elusive Helping Hand. I don't know if it's going to be enough to get the Zapdos. Just from the damage that it did just the previous turn, it might. Nah, I don't think it is. Nah. Unless that was like a really low roll and we get a high roll this next turn. But you could imagine that the Zapdos feels a bit threatened right now and it might want to change its board position. Cresselia might want to go for Trick Room as well to reverse this Trick Room. So we'll get this Helping Hand. Ooh, and a Helping Hand as well from the Zapdos. From the Cresselia into the Zapdos. We do get the Hyper Voice. We're not going to see a Toxic come out from this Zapdos here. We do get it though. Oh! Huge crit. Like I say, I don't think we actually got it. We would have got it otherwise. Huge crit. Huge crit. Huh. That is really unfortunate for my opponent. Really fortunate for us. And Rhyperior coming in. Gonna hit the stand. No -2 speed, but I don't know if Sylveon underspeeds. Sylveon might underspeed it though. I think we just go Hyper Voice and we bring in Landorus here. Just to get an Intimidate off onto the Rhyperior. Because we'll take down the Cresselia, so we don't mind about an Icy Wind coming out, because Sylveon will go before the Crest. It's just I don't know if Sylveon's slow enough to underspeed min speed Rhyperior right now. -2 speed. Probably not. Helping hand. Oh no, we could lose our Sylveon. Oh, Rock Slide. Okay, that's way better. Or not. So my opponent returned the favour with that. With that Helping Hand Rock Slide. This makes things a little bit more awkward for us. How many turns of Trick Room have we got left? Huh. Okay. Let's bring in our Cresselia. We might need to sack Landorus here. Because we're going to see an Icy Wind come out for sure. 2 turns of Trick Room left. Yeah, I think we got Icy Wind. And we want to get rid of the Cresselia, really. I'm going to try and U-turn in on the Cresselia. I think we lose Landorus here to an Icy Wind. Icy Wind can miss, though. No Icy Wind coming out, so we might take an attack from the Rhyperior. Could be an Ice Punch. Just another Rock Slide. Does Landorus take this? No. Wow. Huh. Life Orbed Rhyperior. Crest avoids. Rhyperior is a beast. Okay, we've got one more turn of Trick Room left. But we do have Kartana. So we're not... all hope is not lost just yet. I'm gonna Icy Wind again, just in case the Landorus decides to make an appearance. And then we can stall out this last turn of Trick Room. Cresselia gonna switch out, we're gonna see Landorus come in, so it's the best that we went for that Icy Wind here, really. I know it's gonna get an Intimidate onto our Kartana, but it's not the worst. And what we're going to see this Rhyperior go for. Rock Slide again, just continually Rock Slide. I guess it's going to fish for the flinch here. Hopefully we don't get flinched. No, we don't, which is excellent. Let's see, is this Assault Vest? Okay. Dimensions send back to normal. Okay. Gotta mention the Rhyperior probably. Protects here, right? It's just if it doesn't. I want to Leaf Blade that slot, because if the Crest comes in, we get the Crest as well. Okay, we'll get the Crest and we'll get the Beast Boost, which is ideal for us. We'll get another Icy Wind onto this Landorus as well. So there's a Leaf Blade. We should get the Cresselia. Oh, it doesn't! But we do outspeed the Landorus now. Kartana is sashed. We do get rid of the Cresselia. Okay. What's this Landorus gonna do? Earth Power. Oh no. Oh no! Okay. This is not ideal. The Rhyperior is not intimidated now. Where do we go? I mean, can we Helping Hand Leaf Blade the Landorus? I don't know if that gets it. I feel like I want to Icy Wind and just detect Kartana and hope that Cresselia's Berry gets procced by whatever we get hit with from the Landorus. Or if we can take like Oh, the lander. Oh, Icy Wind. Ugh. So Procaberry, come on, proc it, it doesn't. Avoided Cress. This is gonna take us down, yeah. Ah. Right, well, I think this is game, my friends. I don't think we can do anything. I think our best bet is Leaf Blade crit into the Landorus and hope that my opponent makes a mistake and protects the Rhyperior. But I just don't see that happening. No, we don't even get it there. Yeah. Ah, how frustrating. At least we get to finish a game, so that's good. I mean, we got lucky with the crit on the Zapdos, for one. Got a bit unlucky with the crit rock slide on our Sylveon now. And we would probably be better off in that position just reversing the Trick Room a lot earlier than letting it actually play out as we did. That would have made a lot more sense, I think. So that's what we really should have done. Bit of a mishap. But that Rhyperior though, hitting like a truck. Let's go Team Rainbow Rocket for our next tune. Yeah, I think the biggest thing there was making sure that we reversed the Trick Room as soon as Sylveon went down, so we can get Landorus in a position where it can put a bit more pressure on stuff and get rid of the Cresselia, because like just missing the Cresselia KO when we did as well, and when it switched in with the Cortana. If we got it there, we got a Beast Boost, and then we could have probably dealt with the Landorus the following turn, but then it still would have been touch and go with Cresselia. So, no, very good game to my opponent. Nice team as well. And let's see if we can bump into our next opponent pretty quickly, because we've got, I'd say, enough time for like one more match, I reckon. Japanese opponent, 1721 rating, running a team of Latias, Metagross, Tapu Koko, Landorus, Therian Form, Incineroar, and Gastrodon. So, Mega Metagross going to be the Mega here. Obviously it could be double Mega again, but I'd say probably more Mega Metagross, and then just support Latias with Tailwind, potentially Icy Wind, Recover, could even have Screens as well. You've got the double Intimidate core there, so Bishop going to be really good in this match. We do need to be, what am I talking about, Bishop? Don't have Bishop, do we? I've just been playing the other team for like the coming week's episode, and it had a Bishop in. Anyway, so just ignore me. Double Intimidate, so that's going to be a bit awkward for us. Trick Room could be good outside of the Gastrodon, and Sylveon could do really well in the Trick Room environment, so that's a good option for us. The Incineroar is going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, Incineroar is not going to be ideal. I think I might lead Koko, Cresselia, Sylveon in the back, and Charizard. Yeah, let's do that. Bring a double Fairy Core to this one, because if we can get the Trick Room up, then Sylveon's going to have a good time, and we've got the tools we need to deal with like more stuff. Like Charizard can deal with Gastrodon. I think the Incineroar is going to be the biggest problem out of everything for us. But we've got Helping Hand, Gigavolt if we need to on Corpo, and that's kind of like my main goal going into this. If we see the Incineroar, we've got Cresselia that we can go Helping Hand, Gigavolt into that slot, which is always a decent option, because a lot of Incineroars kind of calc against the Gigavolt Havoc, and that's going to be one of the big things that we want to try and get rid of here. Okay. I mean, we could just go for the Gigavolt Havoc into the Incineroar and Helping Hand, because I imagine my opponent probably thinks that Koko will probably protect, so the Fake Out or the knockoff into the Cresselias. Like, Probably a more optimal play, thinking that the Koko does just protect here. And the opposing Koko is not going to put too much pressure on our Koko anyway. Immediate danger. The biggest thing here is if the Incineroar switches straight out for the Landorus. Koko going to withdraw. Going to see Metagross come in. Okay. Helping hand. Do we see a fake out? Do we see a fake out? Fake out into Koko. Okay. Right. Okay. We could Gigavolt the Metagross. It's probably the better play to do, but the Metagross could protect here from the threat of it. I could just protect. Oh no, I don't. I don't want Cresselia losing its berry, to be honest. I'm just gonna go for it again, but into the Incineroar, hoping that the Metagross protects. So I don't feel like the Metagross wants to lose itself here to Gigavolt Havoc, which it would do if it allowed itself to get it off. So there's the helping hand again. Oh, the Incineroar protects. Okay. So wasteful. We'll lose Koko here to a... A stomping tantrum that's going to come out from the Metagross. Yeah, and the Incineroar takes it pretty comfortably. It's probably got a berry. There's a stomping tantrum. Oh, it's so frustrating. If you just go for the straight play there, the obvious play, like into the Metagross, then we get it. But it's so... Do we bring in Charizard? Or do we bring in Sylveon? I guess we need to get rid of the Metagross before we can bring the Sylveon in. But if we bring the Charizard in, we're boosting the Incineroar. Although we don't necessarily need to Mega Evolve. Let's bring in Sylveon. And we'll keep Char for later. Because I imagine this next turn we'll see a knockoff Iron Head into our Cresselia. I'm just going to protect Sylveon and I'm going to just Trick Room. And hope that the Metagross goes for an Iron Head into that Sylveon slot. No, I'm going to go, like we said, crit. Yeah, that's game. Yeah. I mean, what do you do against that? You can't do anything. We take that, like, we probably take... Oh, I don't know if we take that. I don't know if we do take that without the Intimidate onto the Incineroar. Now we are knackered because we can't protect Sylveon. Sylveon goes down to an Iron Head. And Charizard just... Oh, okay. I mean... We could try and get a Tailwind up and a double protect. That could be a way out for us. Let's not Mega Evolve. Let's just Tailwind. If we can get a double protect off with Sylveon. No. No, no, no. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we get the Tailwind up, but it's not really going to do us any good now because we can't deal with this Incineroar. I mean, the biggest thing here was the Protect on the Incineroar. Incineroar reveal and Protect, like on the Gigavolt. Because we really needed to get rid of that to protect that Cresselia, which we couldn't do. Which is unfortunate. So just gonna lock in the forfeit button. There's no point in continuing on with this match. I'm super annoyed at myself about this match. So I don't really want to continue it anymore, and it's a bit pointless at this stage. So good game to my opponent. Yeah, just bad decision making from us. But the thing is, it's like just a big 50-50 there with the Incineroar or the Metagross. Like, which target do you pick? You're gonna KO one thing. You would think because it's the Metagross, you'd be safe thinking, right, well, if I Helping Hand Gigavolt into that slot, I don't even need the Helping Hand into that slot, then I get the KO there. And do you want to lose your Mega so early on in the game? Or how many Incineroar run Protect? Not many, so we were safer, I think, 9 times out of 10 going into that slot. Unfortunately, my opponent had the Protect on the Incineroar there, which is a bit unfortunate, but never mind. These things do happen. Something to think about for going forward in the tournament. So we'll wrap things up there, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Let me know your thoughts on today's episodes, the games as well, and the team in general, and I'll look forward to reading these comments when I'm away on holiday, because I will be keeping up to date with how things are going with the channel while I'm away, and trying to keep tabs on it as much as possible. But thank you so much as always, guys. I'm going to let you go now. I'm going to just say thank you for tuning in and supporting as always, and I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. We'll be back on Wednesday with this team again to give it another run out. Hopefully we have a bit more success with that on Wednesday than we've had today. It's not been too bad, but I just you always feel like that after coming off the back of a loss like that. I think it's kind of natural, but you just got to brush it off, learn from it, and move on. That is the main message that we always put out here. Obviously, because I'm away this week, guys, on holiday, there won't be any streams, so don't go over to the Twitch channel tomorrow evening or on Thursday this week. We'll be back next week though with a full schedule, because I'm back next Tuesday morning, so we won't be doing a stream on the Tuesday, but we will on the Thursday. But I will update you more about that nearer the time. So, have a great evening, guys. Whatever you're doing, great afternoon, morning, whatever time of day it is. And I will see you all Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Drop a like on the video. It does really help the channel. And I will see you all later. So until then, guys, take care and bye-bye.